What's happening, guys? Taylor Payton here of PowerPainters.org and TepeArt.com, bringing you a fast and easy drawing exercise for beginners. So this is one of my favorite exercises because it's so simple that literally pretty much everybody can do it, and there's not a lot of ways to go wrong here. So we're just going to be creating some lines. You can do this on lined notebook paper or like printer paper, or make some lines in your sketchbook, and then we're just going to start drawing some circles. Now this video is super sped up. It's like 400 times or four times, not 400 times, 400%, four times faster than normal. So if you're not drawing circles this fast, don't worry, because I'm not either. Basically, why we're drawing circles is because as an artist, you're going to find yourself drawing circles more times than you're ever going to count. And it's like practicing your scales as a musician, or practicing your ability to like chop up vegetables or whatever if you're a chef. These are rudimentary skills that are going to translate into the higher, more complex skills that we're going to be building as artists. So you can have the circles overlapping, touching, you can do them fast, you can do them slow, you can do them counterclockwise, you can do them clockwise. Just explore a bunch of different ways of expressing these circles and just get into a flow state where you're really beginning to feel this exercise, and it's going to start channeling itself through your body, and you're going to be able to start to get an intuitive sense of how to just really easily let out circles. And practice is really just repetition in a lot of regards. And yeah, we're going to get into some more heady concepts later, some things that are much more relevant to like figure drawing or construction, what have you. But really, this is where it all starts. So the circle is the most base form for organic life and organic shapes. So we want to be good at drawing them. And you don't have to really concern yourself with this too much. You can do it for 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes. You can make them big, you can make them small. Really, you're just going to be kind of thinking about doing it and examining how they're coming out and how you can make them a little better each time, and just not worrying about if they're lopsided or floppy or a little elliptical, because not every circle is going to be perfect and perfection doesn't exist. So just give yourself the liberty to draw some circles. Now, here's a mind-blowing concept. After we're done with those circles, we're going to make some freaking squares, guys. And next to like the next to a circle, which is a more organic form, the square is going to be our best friend for the circle. And we're going to be drawing that thing like crazy all throughout our drawing careers or lifetimes or hobby or what have you. Basically, it's going to allow us to get inorganic shapes down later. And the reason why we do circles is because it practices smoother movements, and the square practices more kind of staccato, fast, and linear movement. And there is a lot to do with kinesiology in drawing, because it's like when you're playing an instrument, you have to train your body so you don't have to think about each and every time. So you can start having a little bit of fun later on to add some complexity to this exercise and hopefully keep upping your skills by just creating triangles and squares and practicing switching from flowing lines to more straight and angular lines. And I'm just going to do a little quick figure demo here because I wanted to show you how you can apply some of these things to a more interesting subject, because let's face it, nobody really wants to draw circles for an hour, and that's like nobody wants to practice their musical scales for an hour or what have you, but really all it takes is like 10 minutes a day or as a warm up before you get into the fun stuff. And you will hit a flow state if you just keep going. And you can see that I've, started with two circles for the head, kind of a rounded square for the bodies, and I subdivide that, and we'll get into subdivision later, so don't worry too much about that now. And then I have like sort of an adult figure and a kid figure, and it really just comes down to using these basic shapes to start building maquettes or mannequins, and those permit us to layer more complex forms over that. So really we're going from the simple to the complex. So don't let the simplicity fool you, don't get too bored by it. I know when I first started drawing I was really bored of it, and so it gave me like a big kind of avoidance to doing this kind of stuff, and I'm sad I put it off because now I do it almost every time I sit down to draw, and it makes drawing so much easier. I struggle less during the process. My shapes come out cleaner and nicer, and it's so crucial. I can't drive that point home enough. Even if they're not coming out perfect, just keep doing them and try to make it a little better each time, but don't really judge yourself. Just judge what's coming out and take action to fix that. You know what I mean? It's not about you being deficient as an artist or your hand being too shaky or whatever. It's just mostly about getting into that flow state, making this a natural process, and starting simple so we can build complexity later. And that's a fast and easy drawing exercise for beginners. I'm Taylor Payton of PowerPainters.org and TapeArt.com. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe to the channel, as I will be doing my absolute best to put more up, because I often get lost in the freelance world and forget that I have an awesome YouTube channel with beautiful people who want to learn to draw, and I'm always upping my game, and I want to share the things that have helped me become a better artist over my journey, and hopefully cut the learning curve for you so you don't have to spend as much time wallowing about with muddy, yucky, weird, or poopy drawings, which isn't a bad thing, but you don't have to stay there forever. Anyway, rambling. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you would, and there's a link to the Power Painters mailing list in the description box. Sign up for that for free tutorials sent to your inbox, yada yada, self-promotion, and shameless plugs. But yeah, have a good day, and happy painting, happy drawing, happy creating. Catch you next time.